Hello and welcome to another video with me, Christian Rauchenwald. Now today is a special occasion because not only is this video number 300 on this specific YouTube channel, but it's also the video I've been waiting for roughly 18 months to create. Even when we started this YouTube channel initially, I already planned to make a video about how much money you can actually make with a YouTube channel once you fulfill the requirements to join YouTube's partner program. Now, for those of you who don't know those requirements, there are only two and they are very simple. Number one, your channel needs to achieve 1,000 subscribers. And number two, over the last 12-month period, your channel needs to have at least 4,000 hours in watch time. Now, we really didn't expect to achieve that milestone that fast, considering the average number of views that we get on our videos and the consistent but slow growth in subscribers. However, one of the latest videos I created was a video exposing a crypto-based currency Ponzi scheme. And for some reason, that video just outperformed all our other videos. By now, it has 60,000 views, which is 50% of all our views that the channel has by now. So out of 300 videos, including this one video is responsible for 50% of all the views, and it actually also is responsible for more than half of the subscribers that we got, and therefore it literally is the one thing that took us past the requirements to join the YouTube partner program faster than expected. Now, I knew that we will eventually get there because our channel has been growing consistently, but I actually expected it to take another 6 months or maybe even another year. Now, based on all that and the fact that the channel just recently got admitted to the YouTube partner program, this is not going to be a video where I'm going to show you 100,000s in revenue. I'm going to show you how it starts off, and I'm going to point out to you what to expect in the future. But before I'm going to show you exactly how much money we already made since we were able to join the partner program and monetize our videos, I want to quickly explain the different ways how you can make money on YouTube. Now, obviously, the first option is once you are within the partner program and you monetize your videos, you actually receive a part of the money that companies pay YouTube to place ads in front or in the middle or on top of your videos. And that's the income stream, or that's the method that most YouTubers are aiming for. But it's not the only method how to make money from a YouTube channel. In fact, if you've been following our channel for some time, you'll know that we also, for example, do affiliate marketing as one of our income streams. So we create, for example, videos that review a certain product, and then we place our affiliate link in the description. And every time somebody signs up or buys the product with our link, we receive a commission. So although we were only able to monetize our videos recently, our videos over the past 18 months actually already made us a couple of $1,000s thanks to affiliate programs that we were able to promote. Now, in addition to that, you can also use your YouTube channel when it's big enough to get sponsors to pay you to mention them in your videos. You see this with a lot of bigger channels. The biggest sponsorship I've seen so far is one guy that actually got a company to pay 50% of his Ferrari, and there we are talking about $120,000 to mention them 20 seconds in his video.
Okay. We've partnered up and we've given around 10 people cars in the last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're basically a car dealership.
Yeah. Maybe I wanted to get myself a Ferrari, and I wanted to see if you guys could help.
Okay. How much? I can help you, but it depends on what I'm getting.
I'll pay for half. I'll pay for half.
Okay, I can get you the other half.
Now, obviously, to get there, you have to have a huge YouTube channel so that it's justified or that it's worth for the company to pay you that ridiculous amount of money just for mentioning them in the video. But still, it's something, or it's an additional way how you can make money from your YouTube channel. So when you see the screenshot of a YouTube dashboard and the revenue people make from YouTube, that's not the only revenue stream they have. They also make money from sponsorships and from affiliate promotions. And therefore, YouTube, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to build an income because it's so versatile and you can use it in so many ways. In fact, if you have your own product or company, you can use YouTube to drive traffic to your own product and services, while at the same time, once your videos can be monetized, make money from people watching the videos as well. Now enough about that. If you're curious about more kinds of different income streams, and especially the ones that we are using, then I recommend that you click on the card up here. It goes to a video that I published recently where I'm talking about the different income streams that we are using besides YouTube and our own software as a service business. Now let's take a look at how much money a YouTuber can actually make from advertising on his or her videos. And for that, we're going to start by looking at our YouTube Creator Studio dashboard. And there we look at the analytics. Now what you'll be able to notice here on first glance is that we got roughly 40,000 views during the last 28 days compared to our usual 2.7 to 5,000 views. So basically, as mentioned, that one video that went really well increased our average viewer numbers by the factor of 10, while at the same time also increasing our watch time from average 100 hours per month to 2,000 hours per month, and also increasing the number of subscribers that we usually receive from roughly 50 per month to 500 per month. But all of that is not the important part. The really important part why you're watching this video is because of your estimated revenue tab that currently reads $163.70 as of today. Now, as you can see in the estimated revenue tab, we don't even have data for the last 28 days, but we only have data from the 20th of July. So as of recording this video, we're actually looking at data from the last 16 days. And it's important to point out here that it's an estimated revenue. So at the end of the month, or actually the beginning of the next month, YouTube will finalize that data. That hasn't happened yet here for us for the previous month. So the number may slightly change, but I don't expect it to change that much. Now, another very important number before we go and look into the details is the amount of views that we achieve per day or per 48 hours. And we can also see that on the dashboard. When we look on the right, we can see during the last 48 hours, we had roughly 2,500 views, which means during the last 24 hours, we roughly had 1,250 views. Now, when we switch to the detailed revenue statistics, we will actually be able to see more data. And the important metrics here are basically the revenue per mille, so how much money you make per 1,000 views, and the playback based cost per mille, so how much advertisers on average pay to get their advertising in front of 1,000 views on our channel. Now, our revenue per mille looks a little bit low here, and that's again because it's calculated based on the last 28 days, whereas we only have data for the last 16 days. And if we look at it, we can see that it's somewhere between $7.50 and $10 for us during the last 2 weeks. So if we now go ahead and take our 1,250 views that we have in a day and multiply that by $7.50, for example, then we can see that we on average make $9.37 to $12.50 per day from YouTube advertising with only slightly above 1,000 views. Now that's obviously not a huge number, and if you consider that this video is video number 300 on this channel, you can roughly estimate that we spent so far around 600 hours just to produce the content that is on this channel. Now if we take that 600 hours of effort and consider this so far achieved revenue from YouTube, ignoring the affiliate revenue, of $160, then the achieved hourly rate is actually worse than in any third world country. And you may ask yourself, why the hell should I spend my time doing that, or why the hell does anybody do that? And there's a simple answer to that. YouTube income basically scales very well. So you sit down, you record a video once, it may take you 30 minutes, an hour, maybe 2 hours, you upload it and publish it, and even if it doesn't rank very well, the video will achieve a certain number of views, maybe 10 views per month, maybe 1,000 views per month, maybe 10,000 views per month. And therefore, each video will consistently make you a certain amount of money until the video doesn't receive any views at all anymore. To prove that point, I want to quickly show you the dashboard of another YouTube channel that I started in January 2017, so more than 3 years ago. And there I only published one video. It was like a technical tutorial about how to install a certain version of a specific Linux variant on a specific model of the MacBook Pro. So it's a very narrow topic with not a lot of demand, and it's by now a hugely outdated video. However, when we look at the dashboard, you can see that even during the last 28 days, there were still 176 people watching it. And again, that video is outdated for at least 2 years now. And if we look at the last 365 days, we can see that this video still got 5,300 views. Now, if that channel would be big enough and would be monetized, that video, although it's already outdated for 2 years, would have still made us roughly $40 in the current year. Now, obviously $40 is not a huge amount, but if you consider that if you publish weekly, you're publishing 52 videos per year, and if all those 52 videos, even 3 years from now, make you $40, you're looking at $2,000 that you will make in 3 years for work that you've done this year. So basically you're talking about a passive income. And the more videos you create, the higher the chance that your views will increase, which means your income will increase. And if you're able to focus on a specific topic, so for example, you could launch a YouTube channel that focuses on tutorials for Adobe Premiere or Adobe Photoshop or anything else that's out there, and then people will start to follow you and will watch every of your videos. That's one thing that we are currently not doing that well, because we're still in the process of finding where this channel is supposed to go for us so that we enjoy creating the content as well. But even in that case, if you do it like us and produce content about different topics that don't always relate very well to each other, you're still able to make money from it and you're still able to grow your channel. Now, if we go back to the dashboard of our main YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now, there's something else I want to share with you. Prior to achieving the partner program with this YouTube channel, most of the videos that I watched from other YouTubers that showed their numbers actually led me to believe that the average income that you will achieve is between $2 and $6 per 1,000 views. And here we are making $7 to $10 per 1,000 views for the first 2 weeks. Now, it's possible that that number will fall, but I actually don't believe that, because there is something I learned along the way. And it's something that we can also take a look at when we look into the advanced mode. Now, here we can add a new column to show us the playback-based CPM, so the playback-based cost per mille. So again, how much companies pay to get their ads in front of 1,000 of our views. And that is really one of the most important metrics, because it shows you for which video topics companies are willing to spend more money. And if they are willing to spend more money, it means that you will earn more money per view. Now, if we only take a look at the videos that during the last 28 days achieved at least 100 views, we can see that the video exposing the cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme that I mentioned before is responsible for 74% of the views. However, it's only responsible for 40% of the revenue. And the reason for that lies again in the playback-based CPM. How much money are companies willing to pay to get ads in front of that video? So while that video achieves a lot of views, advertisers are not willing to pay that much compared to other videos. If we look further down, we have a video here that explains how to set up your DMARC records when you're using G Suite for Business, so kind of like an email solution for businesses based on Google's Suite for Business. And we can see that that number here is 5 times as high as compared to that spam exposing video. And if we look further, we can also see that, for example, video tutorials about ActiveCampaign, which is an autoresponder, or ClickFunnels, which is a page builder, actually have even higher playback-based CPMs. And although those videos don't really achieve a lot of views because they don't rank very well, it still is like $3 here, $2 there, $8 here, $9 here. So it still sums up. And at the end of the month, the more videos you have, the more views, even little amount of views you get, the more money you make. Now, why is that important? Just earlier I mentioned that I was under the belief that the average YouTube channel makes between $2 to $6 per 1,000 views. And the reason for that is because most of the really big YouTube channels are entertainment channels. So they are not focusing on a specific product, but it may be a channel like Mark Rober that does amazing things like building a parkour for squirrels, which get millions of views, but there is no product in the video. So for an advertiser, the goal would always be to put their ads in front of the right people. Now, almost everybody out there would enjoy watching that video about the squirrels. And in fact, if I can, I will put a card up here so you can check it out because it's really amazing. However, if I were, for example, in the marketing department of Apple or ActiveCampaign or ClickFunnels, I want to have my ads in front of people that fit a specific audience. But obviously, everybody or almost everybody will watch that scroll parkour video. So my ads will not be very effective, so I'm not gonna place them there. However, if somebody makes a tutorial about the Wix page editor or page builder, then obviously it makes sense, for example, for ClickFunnels to put their ad in front of it and show that their page editor is actually better. Because people that look for how to use the Wix page builder are also the target audience for ClickFunnels, people that want to use a page editor. So I really hope that makes sense so far. So when you think about what topic your YouTube channel should be about, you can already consider that. If you make an entertaining channel, like for example a channel full of cat videos, then your revenue per 1,000 views will probably be lower, because if at all, only companies that sell pet supplies will be interested in placing your ads in front of your videos. If you, however, create a channel that focuses on some kind of tutorials or reviews, so for example, you could make a channel that focuses on fishing and you review fishing rods, and you review the fishing rod of a brand A, and then obviously brand B, C, and so on will be interested to place their ad on that video to basically sell their fishing rod instead of the one that you are reviewing. Now the same applies when you're reviewing software or books or anything else. If the product you're reviewing or the topic you're showing has enough competitors, there will be also a high demand for that ad slot in front of your video, which automatically means companies will have to pay more to get their ad to play, which will increase your revenue. Now I think there's kind of like a trade-off to make, or it's like a tough decision, because if you create a channel that's purely entertaining, like for example Dude Perfect with their trick shot videos and so on, you definitely will get millions of views at some point, because everybody can enjoy those videos and not just some nerd with a specific problem or a specific software user. But your revenue per million views will be lower. On the other hand, if your channel really gets that big because you're creating entertaining videos, you're also way more likely that some company is willing to pay 50% of your new Ferrari, because the reach of your channel is so much more attractive compared to a smaller tech-specific channel. Now that's it for today. So you know now that basically there is almost no limit to how much you can make on YouTube as long as you keep publishing and your videos get views. You also know that the amount of money that you will make strongly depends on how competitive the videos are that you create in terms of how many advertisers want to advertise in front of that content, and that there are more ways than just the ads in front of a video to make money based on sponsorships and affiliate promotions. Now, if you're curious about all the other income streams that we are personally using, then I recommend you click on the card now to watch the video that I just published recently. And if you don't care about that, then also click on the card and go and enjoy the video from Mark Rober about the squirrel parkour that he built in his backyard. It's truly amazing. With that, I'm gonna leave you to it. Have a great day. See you in one of our other videos. Until then, bye-bye.